Hello, wonderful people. Today we're talking about what to do when you feel the strong negative emotion of betrayal, how to look into it from several different angles. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive. And also towards the end, we're going to just sit with this. I'm going to create a wonderful, easy, neutral, energetic space in which you will be able to sit with this very potent negative emotion. But before we get there, for everybody who is new, hello, I'm Kosta. I'm an intuitive speaker, and you can check out who I am and what I've been up to in the video description below. Also, if you're interested to work one-on-one with me, you can click on the link about one-on-one, and you can see how to book that. And you can also check out our WEOLA channeled book and one of the links below as well. Okay, let's get going. First, why did I even want to record this in first place is because I had this experience, Armand and I had this experience about a week ago where a person who we very deeply love did not include us in one of the experiences that she's been planning with other very dear people to our heart. And that caused an upheaval first in Armand. And then usually I'm very good with like deciphering, hey, this is not mine, but it triggered something within me as well, which it was like, okay, there is something within me as well. And then I was the one who took on to respond and, so to speak, get into the trenches with this whole thing. Immediately, I had very clear awareness from three different angles. First one was, I feel the emotion of betrayal, which is, hey, I am me, this is this person, and this feels like somebody did something to me. I am betrayed by you. So that was the first initial thing that hit me. The second one was, okay, I do not know what it is, but this is showing something to me for me, which means this is a reflection of that serves me to look into and to see what's up. The third layer, and that reflection showed me, hey, the feeling of betrayal bothers me, and it's causing within me some kind of a survival. And then I said, okay, let me just take it up a little further out and let me see what's in there for me. Let me observe this as, if this is me telling me something, what am I having the opportunity to transform right now? And I wrote it down here is like that I don't want to fall necessarily into survival when feeling betrayed, or I want less to fall into survival when I feel this emotion of betrayal. And all of a sudden, as I was pulling wider like that, I got very clear why this is happening. I know this person's background. I know this person's family and ancestral thing. All of that showed up in front of me. I immediately knew why she was doing what she was doing. I immediately knew that she was transforming by prioritizing herself, something that her family before did not do. And I was in a way applauding it. But that still did not change the fact that I felt betrayed and that I wanted to say something about this. And so then I started seeing the examples. So there was some examples in clarity on Armand's side. But then I was like, oh my gosh, this was happening in my family too. I remember my mom having this kind of experience with some of the very dear people to her, where she would feel betrayed and not included. And I was like, oh my gosh, I lived this. So I took on this from my mom's side that it's not mine. I took this on from Armand's side that it's not mine. But also, without going into the details, I said to myself, well, if this was the story I was telling then and I keep telling now, I've been living also some moments of betrayal myself that I buried down underneath. Otherwise, I would clearly see this as a frequency and not do anything about it, meaning I would just transform it. But it was triggering me. It was causing me the feeling of survival. And I was like, okay, I do not need to find the root cause of when that happened to me. I can just see that it's a player in my reality by the way that I feel and by the way that it's reflecting back to me. And so I have an opportunity to pull the thread. And then whether I see the clarity of when did this happen the first time or not, that can come later, but it's not necessary. I can get the feeling of resolve or the feeling of starting to detach survival from that feeling of betrayal, because it's probably something when I was a child and I felt that somebody was not there for me, and I felt, you know, probably I felt like that I'm not secure and safe enough. We all have it. And so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and you know, just sit with this for a moment. And so as I was having all of these awarenesses, you know, from very close, this is affecting me. From that a little bit further down, this is a reflection of these situations and these stories I bought in, towards, hey, I know exactly why this is happening for this person and for me. I felt this relief of like, oh my gosh, it would be nice not to ever feel betrayed again, but it's not a must. I love that idea, but it's not a necessity. If I was to feel once in a while betrayed for the rest of my life, it's okay. It's not a big deal. If I was never to eliminate it fully, it's okay. It's no big deal. And then I'm gonna get you, or create a space where you can get up to that place too if you want to, and then we can go a little further up into the into this wonderful like preference and curiosity about how things are to change. But before I go there, I wanted to say one more thing for all of you who made it this far and you still feel like, why is he talking about this? He can just shift his attention back to whatever. He is the powerful creator. That's okay. That always works short term, but it will never give us results of full transcendence, of not being triggered by it when we give it attention some other time. It's kind of like pulling things under the rug, and there is no amount of shifting and pivoting that can help you avoid for the rest of your physical iteration things not to pop up to the surface, especially with the energetics that are coming in over the next 3 to 15 to 20 years. Here, we are going to be faced with so much wonderful light that we were going to in the bubble, but also that light will bring out the awareness about things that we're trying to shove down. So anyway, it just feels kind of like you know, it feels it wanted to get out for all of you who might be still in that frequency of a bubble. And then for all of you who are saying, well, why don't you just cut them off and they don't have to be in your reality too? Yes, that's true too. You can put a boundary and say you're out forever, but when you say you're out forever, you're saying the contrast is not going to come, and that means different faces, different places, it's going to show up. So again, it's a temporary solution for relief. And I used to do a lot of that. I built a career on it, so to speak. I've done it in the form of relationships. I've done it on the topic of money, and I'll talk more about it as I go and as I speak. But I just really wanted to put it out there yeah, it's really about this place of it's okay for me to feel it when it comes up, but every time I feel safe enough to sit with it, it loses on the sharpness of that trigger, and eventually it's not a trigger. Eventually it plays itself out in a softer and softer way, but not because I'm like trying to cut it off or because I'm trying to shove it under the carpet kind of thing. It's because it does not have power over me in terms of triggering survival. Okay, so I'm going to offer to all of you now, whoever made it this far and wants to do it, just close your eyes and put your attention to your heart center for the moment and sit with the frequency of betrayal. So you can say something like, it will be not, and you don't have to do this now, you can do it some other time when you feel. So don't try to dig. If you're not here, you can pause the video. But if and when you come, I'll do more of these videos on different emotions as we go, okay? So give your attention to your heart center. Couple of breaths there, just so you feel of your center, because this is the center of heaven and earth, your non-physical and physical in your body. And then see when I say it would be nice for betrayal not to come up anymore, but it's not a must, where you're at. Is it causing upheaval? No, I have to eliminate it. I know better than to feel betrayed. or you're okay with it just being there for a moment. And if here you feel like it's causing you upheaval and it's triggering you, stop now. And you can do it at your own time. And when you feel that you're okay with the sentence as, it would be nice for betrayal never to show up again, but it's not a must. When you feel that's true, then you can go to this next one that I'm going to tell you. I love the idea of betrayal not popping up, but it's not a necessity. This one is a little bit softer. Again, I love the idea of betrayal not showing up, but it's not a necessity. So see how this feels. If again, now this is a softer version of the first one, and if that one triggers you, pause here and let it be, and come up next time to do the step 1 and step 2. And when you feel settled in this step 2, you can move up and go into the step 3. Step 3 is pretty much confirming to yourself that step 1 and 2 are taken care of. If this was never to change, if betrayal was to keep coming up, so be it. It's okay. It has nothing to do with my survival. It has nothing to do with my lifestyle. It's just something that I feel through, and then I let it feel, and it comes through. It's not something I need to run away from or try to pivot from. It's just something that sometimes comes, I deal with it, and moves on. So if it was never to cease to exist, so be it. It's okay. So when you're ready, it might not be now, this might be enough for some time. With a lot of these negative emotions that keep coming back to you, this will be the case. You don't have to go immediately up into the higher frequency echelons of wanting and the possibility and probability and all of that stuff. You just want to feel that you're coming closer to the place of desire. We're detaching survival from the feeling of betrayal. So we'll just leave it here. And once you feel this, you're going to be moving up. I'm getting very clear guidance right now not to share the following steps. And you can apply the same system with other emotions along the way. And when they pop up, I'll do the same thing. And I'll follow the guidance when is the time to go into the higher things. For a lot of you who are listening to this might be new. It might be even causing you the feeling of like, why is he doing this? And that's totally fine. But without these first 2 steps, you cannot anchor, you cannot ground the change that you're looking to make to be an ongoing, grounded change. And so that's okay too. Knowing that these are just the first 3 steps and there is a couple more afterwards, knowing that this is enough, and being okay that when you touch on or you get as a witness or as someone who is experiencing these stronger negative emotions, that this is enough to disperse survival from the emotion that's causing you upheaval. This is currently enough. And give your attention back to your heart center. And when ready, slowly open your eyes. I love you. I think this is a new way we're going to be playing in for some time when these experiences come through. My live example followed up by some mechanics and also repetition, because this is applicable to everything. I love you so, so, so much. And thank you so much for being here. Mwah. See you soon in the next one.